Starting a little bit early. Figure we might as well. This is a good opportunity. How's the volume, by the way? Volume good. I'll do the tier list as soon as this is over. I was playing it earlier. That's fine. It's pretty bad. It would help if I wasn't, you know, like AFK. Trying to make sure everything's set up. Let's see. But yeah, we'll get that started. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be real long. And we're dead. Alright.
Be advised that Echovold Forest falls outside Ministry of Security jurisdiction. Travel at your own risk.
Don't you love when you just have to hit the button 20 times? I do promise we will do the tier list as soon as this is over. I'm already committed, you know? Is volume good? All right. Let's get this started.
Ugh, can you stop fighting and
Let's see. Let's start from. Where are we gonna start from? I feel like we might as well start just with Power Hollow because everybody knows that's what I play and how biased I'm going to be on this. Straight up, I think Power Hollow is one of the best in open world metas. It's got the most reliable super speed, like by far. Super high damage, can abuse slaying potions, sigils, all of the power builds are going to be higher up because of that. But yeah, it's really good. Let's see. We've got, I think, right after that. Where is it? Power, they might share build on Bladesworn. Like, it's busted. I just straight up think it's great. I mean, all it does is sit and give loads of boons and do tons of damage. I don't know what else to say about that. One sec, let me fix my mic settings. Oh, are we still here? Did OBS crash? Yeah, this is for open world metas specifically. Oh, that's not good.
State the nature of your divergent line.
All right, how about now? Is that better? I don't know what happened. Serious technical difficulties. Okay, I think we fixed it. Sorry about that. Are we good? Sweet. Awesome. But yeah. Only this is specifically under the context of large scale like map meta stuff, Dragon's End, Dragon's Stand, any of the, Path of Fire or all of those big meta events. Just to get some of the clickbait out of the way. Honestly, just so much might from this, like, it's great. I was running it earlier. I'm not gonna try and open anything up and screw up what I got going on right now, but lots of might. The most. Turns out, if you can still do 10-man might, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's way more might. It's more might than anything else right now. Because fire for effect is still 10-man. Let's see. No. Oh wait, you're right. That's the wrong one. Heal Spectre's garbage. Let's heal Deadeye. This trait right here is what makes it really good. in open world metas. It's the only place it's any good. Just get a couple quick ones out of the way that are just also garbage. I think Condi Alacrity mech is just not worth running. Same with Condi Hollow. It's just kind of shit. But yeah, it's still Tin Man. Shadow Arts. It's, like, doesn't matter much. Usually something like that. Spam 2 a whole lot. Spam 4 a whole lot when you need to break stuff. You just go and you steal. You just do lots of might. Obviously, you can do that every single time, you know, you reset your mark. It's pretty bad to play solo. That's for sure. So Condi Renegade, Condi Alacrity Renegade, I don't think is any good in open world. I just do damage. You're just better off doing damage. It's not worth the Alacrity for 5 players, 5 random players. That's going to be for a lot of the Alacrity based builds. It's just not as potent of a boon as quickness. Obviously it's good. It's just not as good as something like quickness, where it doesn't require skill upon the player to be impactful. That being said, Mirage is busted for real. Same reason with what is it, Bladestorm? Just the trade-off for its damage versus you know, how much boons and stuff it can just pump out is, there's not a whole lot of difference there. I also think Condi Spectre is pretty good. And here's a question. I have a question for y'all. Would you rather be playing Condi Quick Firebrand or Condi Alacrity Willbringer? Because they're sort of like, you really, I don't know. I think Mirage is pretty strong. Is it part of like the just the ease of access and boon share? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Obviously this is up here. Let's just do that real quick. Let's get the broken stuff done. The obvious. I don't think I need to explain that. I think Berserker's pretty close to Bladesworn, but it doesn't have that. It doesn't take so long to ramp. Yeah, on the Mirage, I'll take that advice. I think we can move that down safely. Obviously, this is garbage. That is for World versus World. Yeah. It is. Where is Conjugate? Probably better than Hollow. It's close. Actually, I'm gonna put it below Bladesworn and Hollow because it just does damage, but it does it really well. Yeah, Herald is big Sedge. I think Power Catalyst right now is pretty insane. Same with Quickness. And agreed. There's a lot of classes that just need a lot of work. Just love. I think I'd put that there. Another pretty obvious one. I think Soul Beast is still just crazy with how nuts one Wolfpack is. Like you can just walk up to something, hit Barrage, one Wolfpack, an Axe 5, and then like not do anything for 20 seconds and still be top DPS. I mean, it is only a DPS class, but I think Power Deadeye is fine. I don't know if it needs to be right specifically where it is. It's all right. I still think Reaper is just hot garbage. It's always been so bad. I want it to be good. but just because it would move Mirage down, big reason was Ryan, because I have all faith in anything Mirage related. If Ryan says it, it's probably true. Oh, did you? Oh, okay, yeah. There we go. That makes more sense. I was a little bit confused, but I don't know. Is it really S plus? Should there be anything that's that strong? I don't know if there is anything that strong though. I mean, okay, I think I can agree if both of these go up, because these two together are broke, right? Like, if you just put a squad together with these two and maybe some couple banners, you're getting records. Yeah. That's true. That's true. I think this is up here. Let me explain. I think this is up here, depending on the hitbox. Yeah, not being reliant on banners or a spotter to career cap is always nice. I think like even, you know, DH and Reaper and Hollow have, you know, their innate crit chance. It just doesn't matter. It's just not. Same reason why, like, Weaver's runnable, right? Like, you could play Weaver in open world and you could do it fine. Obviously the meme is, you know, you just go downstate, but the class is just too greedy. Like, it doesn't it still just only does damage, but it doesn't even do it that well. Actually, I think I'm gonna move that down. I think these are honestly around the same power level. I don't know. I think hitboxes are fun and interesting. I'm a boomer, so what do I know? Daredevil's like almost good. It just doesn't get any specific steals, which sucks. Which is like, you know, the only reason it's good in raids and stuff. The class can still perform. It's just not worth it. And that goes for basically anything Condi Ellie related. Relies on elementals, which sucks because they die whenever you mount. It is the worst. The only thing Tempest has going is it's got decent boon output. I don't think this tier list is big enough. Yeah, I agree with that entirely. Yeah. You know, if you can do like a weave self and like boss is dead, great. Other than that, it does not feel good to play. I think Gandhi Mechanist is great. Super high damage for how easy it is. Obviously, there's some so there's a lot of hero points with it. Yeah. I think if you're playing Scrapper, you're playing one of these two, and if not, you're trolling. And I think they're good. I think they're fine. They do quickness and super speed, which is good. But it's just good. Probably something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna even move these down. Heal Catalyst in open world. Honestly, I think all healers in open world are pretty bad. You're just making more work, right? Like even heal mechanist, I don't think is. It's just you're not bringing enough damage to the table. There's not enough pressure for you to be healing. I think the big outlier there is Scourge because it has transfusion, right? But you can run that on Condi and still do decent damage. Obviously, Condi Reaper's dead. I wish they would fix world finishers, man. I still think Druid's alright. Spirits are still way better than people think. I feel like Conde Daredevil sort of shares the Elliot issue of after a certain period of time, it just feels awful to play. I think that it can be really good as long as there isn't anything to cleave and just eat venoms on. The thing with world finishers is, let's see if I can just bring up an example. So when they changed the field priority stuff, basically world finishers will only activate once unless you like leave and re-enter the field. So on, let's this is normally 7 world finishers, or it was. But if I do this, it will launch 1, and that's it. You can sort of get around it. With normally you would just walk in and out of the field like this, right? But it doesn't work all that well with overload fire because you can't leave the field, but you can jump on. It has to be a sloped surface, but if you jumped on it, you could get more finishers out of it. It's dumb. But basically, Conde Reaper just got destroyed because of it. Scourge is great. I don't think there's much to explain about that. It does a ton of damage. I'm just gonna put it up here. Class is great. Conde Soul Beast is just not that good. Slow to ramp. You're probably camping short bow. And you're AFK. Yeah. Focus Mirage. What else did it? I heard a couple classes. But yeah. Harbinger. We're gonna call that the new Necro class because I can't pronounce that word right. I think it's plenty good. I'm surprised I don't see more of it. Like the class is really, really good. And just because you're squishier doesn't mean much, right? A lot of the things that are actually hurting you are almost one-shots. Like, you just need to pay attention. think Virtuoso's doing good. I don't really like Condi so much. In open world, it feels like it requires too much just too much support to do its damage as efficiently. Like it just wants all the buffs, right? It's good. It's real good. But I think especially after the yeah, what is it? If you run is domination. It's domination, right? Yeah. With the what? I think quick scrapper is fine. Like anything here and up is totally fine. We're assuming A tier is like our point of balance. Like the class is good, it performs. Power Catalyst is fine. That class is really good. Should probably be nerfed, but I think Power Alacrity's also fine. It's just they're very similar. They're like the budget version of this, right? I wish that would stop getting out of line. Rookie streamer. Yeah, I can agree with that. This needs to be like sorted better, obviously. So I think these two are about the same power level. Yeah. Yeah, I think Virtuoso is quite good. Both Colony and Power. Especially if you have anything to cleave for both of them, really. The question becomes, I think Condi does just so much better in like multi-target situations, but does that make it better than Power? You know what I'm saying? Because Power gets to abuse like Night Sigil and Slaying Potions and stuff. This is an open world meta tier list, as in large scale map meta events. Stuff like Dragon Stand and all the big long map stuff. I think that's a given. That's fine. Still think power credit is still decent. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being in B tier. Class is good. This is where you don't want to be, though. You're free to riot. I think basically all of the boon related catalyst builds are probably really good. And I say probably because I don't have enough experience with them, but they should be. Exactly. An untamed man. Sure doesn't feel like it has a spot, does it? I think the issue with Heel Reaper is that it's just worse Scourge. You're right. I feel like all of the heal specs need their own sort of deal, right? Like, because Heal Scourge is so good in open world because of transfusion. Like, that's it. But it's pretty good. Because I really feel like all of these three they perform the same sort of situation. Maybe something more like that, because spirits still exist. Yeah. I agree. I think quickness is quite strong. But it's on a healer, so it's automatically not as good in open world, where if you're not doing damage, you're just do more damage. There's not enough damage coming in to require that much healing. Same reason for heal firebrand. I think heal firebrand is better. Like, I'm even gonna move this down. We'll swap those. I think I'd agree with you, but I think just spirits are good enough to warrant it. I think power alacrity is fine. It's sort of right up here. Like all these, the budget easier versions of all the ones up here, right? Power Tempest is Sag. Oh yeah, you're right. That's a good topic to bring up. Power Mirage is garbage in open world metas, but it's phenomenal at Halloween Labyrinth event. That's it. Because it's Halloween, everyone should be playing Power Mirage. If you're doing like no boss labyrinth stuff, you just run around. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, it's hard useless. I think if you're playing Scrapper and you're not bringing quickness, you're doing it wrong. And I'm gonna put it up here. Yeah, drizzle with leeching. I think I'm gonna stick with my gut on Condi Daredevil. I think it can be really strong, but if there's any ads, it gets ruined pretty quick. Yeah, power druid's pretty bad. Basically, this is the like, these are, all have a place. None of them are in these events. I think this, what is it, Vindicator? Vindicator is good. It just doesn't feel that good. You know what I'm saying? I think it could be B. I don't have a lot of data on it, but obviously I've seen some people perform on it, but I rarely see the class. I'll agree with that. I think it could move up. Probably something like that. Let's just go ahead and put all the healers together, make everybody happy. So Power Weaver is like doesn't generate any of its own boons. Ignoring the squishiness, right? Like I'm assuming you can dodge. All it does is do damage, and it doesn't do it that well either. Yeah. Self boons are extremely important. Sorry, one moment. Yeah, Power Chrono is quite strong. The only question I have is, I guess I have a couple questions. Catalyst is probably stronger than we think, right? This is just like the elementalist version of P Chrono. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna move that up. Yeah. Agreed. This is useless. This could be fine, but It's like it's just not. It's got like it's like running virtues and stuff. So I think Connie Berserker is still extremely relevant. I don't think it's good as power still. Obviously, it does more damage over a longer period of time. It just doesn't feel as good to play when your frames are at like 8 and all you have to do is press F1 and weapon swap. I'm gonna assume that this is still just underplayed. Maybe even speculative. Move that up. Because you could probably get away with some relatively offensive stuff and still do a decent amount of damage. Yeah. You know, I've thought about it more, and it's the heal version is just not. It's the worst power version, right? I think it's 6 seconds of quickness on a 15-second cooldown, so it's 12 with alacrity, but I think the rotation does it like every 20 seconds or something. I could check real quick. Okay, it looks like it's like every 16 seconds. Oh yeah. Agreed. Yeah, it's I'm pretty sure it's 240, which isn't, you know, small, but comparatively it's small. Yeah, but it's only you only get one of them, you know, because you can miss a little bit on like STM and stuff and still be fine. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I think that the other big reason nobody runs wells anymore is the availability of it is just it's more efficient to get it from another source. Yeah. True. So I need an opinion from the two Mesmer players that I have in here. Is you're just playing Alacrity. You're playing staff in open world, yeah. Like maybe stacks. I can't imagine it being worth just running pure DPS. Yeah. Yeah, Firebrand is still broke. Yeah, they, you know, they literally have some of the three strongest sets of utility skills, and they also come with 5 other skills on top of it, and they don't take up utility skill slots. Oh, agreed. I think Catalyst is totally fine. We could, I could be eating my words, but might just end up being another Power Chrono. I think it'll take some time, but obviously the blue class is good. It's just better. I think that's a fair opinion on the quickness. Like, it, just make it not do it for free. I think Bladesworn is extremely strong. It generates 25 might for 5 players around you in like 2 seconds. You've got banners, you've got empower allies. You also do a ton of damage, and the CC you get from Dragon Slash is pretty huge. You're also invincible. You just heal like a shitload. Yeah, agreed. But no, I think Bladestorm is extremely strong. Yeah, yeah. Or it's at least extremely strong until they change banners. And then we can figure that out from there. I'll agree. I do wish there was some more options to it. But it's just how it is. I feel like DH is still quite strong. It's just good still. I'll agree with Mirage there. I don't know where I want to put it yet. But yeah. True. True. I do. Let's see. I'm trying to remember which one it is. Where there's just loads of boons on enemies, like all the time. But Spellbreaker is still like, this is under the context of large scale open world map meta events. Big, you know, the stuff you open LFG for and spam to join on because the map's full. I think you can still play Condi Deadeye, but see, here's my opinion on power scrapper on where it is. Like if you're gonna play power scrapper, just play quickness. You're not doing a whole lot of damage anyway. You feel me? It's the same thing with like Condi Hollow. Condi Hollow does a ton of damage. Just yeah. True, but I mean, I guess you could put it up here, like with Tempest. But you know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Spellbreaker can be good. It just most of the time isn't. Like it's got a niche and it's Are there enemies with boons? And do you have anyone around you removing those boons already? If the answer is no, then yeah, you could play Spellbreaker. Yeah, Heal Dead Eye is fine. Right now, it's the only 10-man might. That's good. It's the only reason it's good. Yeah, here, sorry, I'll scroll up. Tier list is good big. Swell out big. No, Heal Thief will work just about anywhere. It's just it gives out so much might. That's all it does, but it does it better than anybody else right now. I think we'll put Spellbreaker down here because it's useful, but it's very niche. Yeah. It can, what is it? Basically, it just, yeah, we know where it's going. The same with Renegade. Like, here's a question though. Nah, never mind. Never mind. I don't know. Herald's fine, right? Like it's got good healing. It's just it's pretty sad after the 10-man changes. I mean, they can all do Alacrity, right? You just can't Ventari and stuff, unless I'm forgetting something. You got it. It's just another mediocre damage dealer. Need to double check exactly what the Urn of Saint Victor does again. Okay. I don't think that's too controversial of an opinion. I guess if you're in a situation where you're, you know, using sigils and potions, it's still competitive, yeah. And yeah, it still has tomes and stuff. Just power firebrand or power quickness. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Power Firebrand is, I wanted to play Firebrand, but also I didn't at the same time. Yeah. That's a better way to put it. I think Condi's trash. Or Condi Catalyst anyway, until somebody comes up with something. Oh yeah. I guess with bug abuse, Condi's fine, but until somebody figures out something with that, I think they'll just sit down there. Untamed, man. I want him to be good. They're just not good. I think Condi Vindicator is a meme. Unpopular opinion, but I think Condi Druid's still decent. I mean, I don't know. I think it's better than Heal Druid. You still generate boons that Heal Druid does, except you do more damage. You can still bring spirits. I wouldn't put it above B. See, that's where I'm stuck. Oh, why does it say garbage? Weird. That's true. I think it depends on just fight pressure. Like in, for example, the like the Suwong fight, I think heal druid is the way to go. Right? There's some decent amount of pressure in the basically after the first 20%. But on fights where it's just hit the boss, I don't know. Could be speculation. It is speculation for this, really. We just haven't seen enough of it. I don't think it's as strong as just Catalyst. Agreed. I agree with that. True, true. Which does have its uses. But it's niche. This needs some organizing. This doesn't need to be as high as it is. It's just a good DPS. Yes, big slow up time. Yeah, I think Firebrand should be moved up. I don't know if it's any, if I would put it above these two though. Specifically because Hollow gives super speed without question to NPCs. Like that's the reason it's up there, right? It does that one thing really good. Yeah, Hollow does a lot by itself. Obviously, if you look right here at this S tier and even this S plus, this is what you see players doing solos on, right? Like these are the classes that if you were like, oh, I'm gonna go do this thing by myself, it's these ones. Or at least it is that way for now. Condi Alacrity Mirage does a lot. It does a lot of things. It does a lot of those things very easily too. Yeah, and is impossible to die on, and is ranged, and yeah, this C tier here is mostly the mediocre damage dealer. That's all it does, sort of spot. And yeah. Yeah, A is like the, if we were to balance the game, this is where we'd want to get most things, right? That's where we want most of our classes to be around. With, you know, having more niche stuff down here. We want less of this, but because of, you know, there's so many options, right? Like you can make actually bad builds. There's gonna be a D tier. Yeah, you should try Mirage. It's really good. And it doesn't look like it's gonna be getting worse anytime soon. Yeah, Herald's pretty sad. I think we can move Herald up to mediocre damage dealer. Yeah, like a lot of these builds are useful. It's just they're not useful in under the specific context. Connie Hollow is extremely strong solo, but not in big group meta events. I think Condi Virtuoso needed some buffs, but it did not need that many buffs. You know? Like just like a tiny tweak. Very small, very, very, very small. Oh, I agree. I agree entirely with Virtuoso being like, oh, it's so good. It's just a damage dealer, right? Like, yeah, I can agree with that. GH is still a guardian and it has access to guardian skills. That's why. then it's still DH. Like, it still does a ton of damage. Maybe it could be moved down. I could be wrong. But, you know, it's pretty good. The F3 is nutters. Yeah, you're right. Dragon Hunter skills are just good. I mean, Willbender could be moved up. I think the reason I have the bias towards Dragon Hunter is how many people have honed their Dragon Hunter, right? Like, they can just hit the buttons and they'll do a Dragon Hunter rotation. Because I don't think this is set in stone in the slightest. I think a lot of the new specs could be moved around. We just don't have a ton of information on them. See you later. Have a good one. But I mean, it could just be that, you know, Willbender is also just as strong as these, but I'm not seeing it as of yet. They don't have the anti-bullshit buttons. Yeah, all heal classes are just, they're getting lower priority because of the low incoming damage pressure of like all of the meta events. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think any of them are so high pressure that they warrant a healer for every 5 players. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you could do a healer for every 10, I think that'd be fine. I think there are a lot of fights that's okay. But, you know, if half the squad is, you know, heal mechs, we're not gonna, you know, get anything done. Yeah, I play everything with on minimum, and it's still yikers. I do think that a lot of this could be broken up even more. And I agree with Litany being broken. Yeah, I think all of the healers should just be removed from this. Like, pull them from and do it their own thing. But just specifically, oh, it was a question. Bladesworn better than Berserker. I think in general, yes. I'll see you later. Have a good meal. But yeah, I am of the opinion that Bladesworn in general, like, just there are, you know, spots where one will outperform the other. But I think if you were just going to pick one, I think Bladesworn will perform. Woman, or just it does damage. It still has guardian skills, but they're not as good as Dragon Hunter or Firebrand. This is specifically a large scale map meta event sort of situation. I'm not so sure about these two. Yeah. You also gotta think about, you're not locked into these. right? Like you're in open world, like after the thing is done, you're out of combat, or you can leave combat and change. The issue with Reaper is, even though it has, you know, quickness and I'll give it decent cleave, just that's all it's got is mediocre damage with decent cleave. This isn't related to solo play at all. This is assuming like you're in a full 50-man squad, maps full. Or maybe not the map's full, but you know, you're not doing it by yourself. Yeah, none of these builds are really for soloing. These are the generic raid builds. Solo builds are different. Just they're all just different. I don't think that's a bad idea. The issue with me trying to judge all the solo builds is I don't have experience on plenty of them, and even the ones I do, I'm not so sure about. There's just not enough testing behind it to where I'm confident in it. This is more general, and we have lots of information on it. Power Willbringer and Condi Willbringer are just really good damage classes. Which End of Dragons design logo design do I like? It's an interesting question. I think the Harbinger icon is, the silhouette's not unique enough. Otherwise, it would be my favorite. don't like the blade sword one personally. Your Power World Ranger is pretty good. All of the power classes, all the like just the regular power DPS classes, you have to remember that we're in an open world, right? So we have access to things like night sigils, slaying potions, slaying sigils, stuff like that, that you wouldn't normally. I mean, because it still does a ton of damage. And as far as the argument of why is Catalyst and S, the Catalyst I'm seeing are all suck, that's a skill issue. It's just how it is. But I think I'm pretty happy with the way this looks right now. I think I could be wrong about a couple of them. Specifically the newer stuff, right? Like, I think people are sleeping hard on Berserker and Bannersworn. I don't see enough of them in events. Alright, this BGM is gonna make me lose my mind. Yeah, the who got hurt the most, like from when EOD dropped, like that patch before it. It's a good question. Obviously, Righteous Rebel, Renegade got hit real hard. extremely strong before. I do think Tempest, you know, Tempest and Herald both got pretty shafted as well. They weren't in a great spot anyway. That's the other thing. So, like the only thing they really had going for them is they did what they did for 10 players instead of 5. I definitely think Herald got the short end of the stick on that one. I don't know. I don't know if they need that. What if we just give them more damage? Like, what if Herald just did what it did, but also did more damage? I think that's a fine alternative to just giving more classes quickness and alacrity. I think that's a really, really boring way to balance the game. Like, yeah, it'll work, but I don't know. It's hard to just think of Tempest as the one thing it is right now, you know? Because Tempest has done all the things. Yeah, I do remember that. Give me just a sec. I'm gonna go let my dog out real quick. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with, you know, just giving classes access to the boons. It's just the go-to reaction of, oh, how do I make this class better? Oh, give it quickness and alacrity. It's like just the easy way to fix a problem, not the right way. And I am biased, very biased. The most overrated. In what context? Actually, I don't need to know any of the heal specs. I think all of the heal specs are overrated. I mean, Catalyst right now is extremely strong. I don't think their goal is to ever stick to like a theme, like make this class do damage. Like, why would they do that? They've got 9 trait choices to pick from and 5 utility skills, or 4, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Poked me on Discord. You did. You know, I like that argument. I think it's not a bad one. Let's see. How are the expansion modes? The expansion modes are good. I wish they didn't nerf this one. It used to be harder and more fun, but it's just how it is.
You're needed at the Jade Quarry base camp now.
Relax.
Squad arrived right on time.
But yeah, they're fun. Regarding the Power Dragon Hunter. So I agree. I think it's more like these options here. These four. This is probably stronger than we think it is, but I could do this and still feel pretty happy with it. Oh, I'm assuming this is, you took a bunch of players and you just like this, right? Just like this, exactly like this. Yeah, you know, just a whole bunch of players. These offensive protocols might change the way I would order some things just because of how strong they are, right? Like when you just start the fight off with might, quickness, fury, alacrity, it's pretty good.
Stop you from coming to its aid now when it needs you more than ever.
We're under attack. The void storm's spreading fast. We're fighting them off. You're on your own for now.
Oh, that sounds really bad.
It is. Which is why, as detestable as the Brotherhood may be, this temporary truce with them is necessary. The time for talk has passed. Our day of judgment is at hand,
A tier is pretty much the class is very strong, and you shouldn't, you know, it's good. You should probably play it.
Something doesn't feel right. She's a dark presence. Something found. Be on guard.
Check it out. It dropped something.
It's a void cluster.
Quick, throw it into this crystalline purifier. It'll reduce the void's intensity.
Sounds like one of those J10 water filters of evil magic.
Hello, can you still hear me?
I can sense the void strength waning. Keep at it, Commander.
Don't be late, speakers. We'll rout these voids.
I think we're back. Okay, good.
That all you got?
Assault spray dragon. I was expecting a challenge. Take it down, speakers.
Those spray dragons aren't to be underestimated. Keep your wits back.
Thank you.
This void infestation must be stopped. I have received destroyed.
Don't let up.
It is done.
Keep pressuring it.
If I had a copy for every dragon I'd ever slain, I'd have a reasonable amount of
I need to
Let's keep moving.
get the
Time is
muscle memory down for the dragon trigger timing, so I don't have to sit and watch it.
I was thinking about that salt spray dragon back there. It's a shame we had to kill it. Its actions were not its own.
It was either it or us. Nothing to be done about it. Except putting an end to this corruption as quickly as possible.
Right. Let's hurry.
What makes Hollow so good? Okay, so this is easy. I can explain this like all day, right? So the reason Hollow is good is two things, right? One is its damage is really high for open world stuff, right? Like you're gonna get crazy modified ammo, bonuses, you can use night sigils, all that. Also, the only reason it's as high as it is because it is the only way to reliably apply super speed to NPCs.
That would be highly problematic.
Please, you must save that.
Like no other class can do it because everyone else, the priority gets stripped by players that are camping around the NPC. Yeah, it's super speed. It's basically it. And if you don't think that's worth it, then I'm sorry that you haven't had Hollow speed up your NPCs for you before. Because just having NPCs with super speed will dramatically increase just the time it takes to do things, or decrease. So glad I was in range. Nice. Now this is where I would rather be playing Berserker. I think you are right on that. It's just a matter of not using super speed there. Obviously, if it breaks things, then you wouldn't use it, right?
Not to worry.
Wouldn't be averse to some reinforcements, though. Just in case. Oriel, come in, Oriel. Do you read me? This is Navat.
I think there are
We're just outside of staging ground Omega.
far less places where giving NPC super speed is a downside than it is an up.
Of course. It's the least I can do after you save the hatchery. One turtle strike coming right up.
Quickly, let's clear the rubble. Make way for the sea turtles.
It's turtle time.
Protected by those 3 shielded crystals. Must destroy them first. Or we get taken by the
No, one. A single hollow will upkeep super speed.
Shut the flood shield down.
Clear out the area and destroy that crystal.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's how you use the turtle skill. Yeah, it's how it's. There's no cap on it. But yeah, no target cap on the Hollow Leap. I think that depends on what the event is, you know.
Pays me to harm a fellow dragon. My crew left me no choice.
So I'm not really good at building comp. Yeah, that's basically the comp. Give everyone relevant boons. Have as many people doing as much damage as possible.
This is Nevada. Staging ground Omega has been secured. How's everyone else faring out there?
We need more time.
Well, hurry up. We haven't got all day.
Don't get your horns in a twist, Earthcall. We're doing the best we can.
Yes, that is part of this trait.
Please make haste, Captain.
Unyielding Dragon ignores blind and is unblockable and stuns for half a second for each charge and gifts 2 stacks of might for each charge. It's a pretty good trait. How much grid do I have? I should have. I'm overcapped right now. Yeah, 81.83. I'm just barely overcapped, but I'm overcapped. Who else is a might DPS? This class right here. also, there's one more. I can't remember which one. So there's basically this, right? The Banner Sworn, and then, or yeah, Banner Sworn, Blade Sworn, Gunblade Anime Sworn, and then Condi Tempest is a might DPS. That's why it's so high up. Power Mechanist. Sorry, I'm trying to look and read at the same time. I think that's it.
It's dead. We should celebrate.
This is far from over.
Yeah, but getting our base back was a good start. Thanks.
Yeah, and obviously it was Staff Mirage.
Flies, and it's in range of the Harvest Temple. Hey, how's everyone else doing out there?
The Eager Camp is secure.
So is the Jade Brotherhood base.
Yeah, more people should be playing Mirage everywhere.
I'm going to focus my prismatic energy at the barrier protecting Suwon.
Hold up! We've got void popping up all around us.
Same here.
It's like they're creating a blockade between all of us and the Harvest Temple.
Careful. It's corrupted Elder Dragon magic that's been combined. We don't know which power.
Also, are we still live? Yes, we are. Cool. Sorry.
Champion, as you cleanse the previous outbreaks, I felt the magic as it was released. Excellent! I can feel the crystal's power growing. Excellent! I can feel the crystal's power. Look out! I sense the void energy increasing.
I'm just pressing buttons. It does make me wonder how players aren't like doing better. Like genuinely.
Missing an element. I sense grandfather.
There is only war and the dwindling time. We are bound to the nothingness, and all will return to it.
Suwan, can you hear me?
She is one, fearless.
Suwan, follow my voice. Reach out. Find it.
We are. Why are you here?
Release Crowdatories. Don't you realize? And I will shatter the barrier.
Oops.
It's protecting you from me.
It is time to join.
I'm even genuinely not looking at the screen.
Maureen is ready. Rally at the observatory. Protect her as she blasts through the barrier.
And I'm playing a sport, technically.
Draw void. They're surrounding us.
We're about to get overrun. And if they destroy those crystals, all is lost.
We need those reinforcements. Logan, where are you?
We're off the coast of Kemp. It's too heavy. Overwhelmed. Surrounded.
Can you and the others protect the magic contained within the crystals?
With our lives.
Good. I must fly to Logan. See what state they're in. It may already be too late.
Yeah. It's pretty. I do think Virtuoso is definitely overrated.
Buy Maureen as much time as possible. The magic's seeping out of the crystals.
Look out! More blood priests!
Mirage is good. And you got Mace.
Commander, I can see Aurene. She's joining the battle. They're still alive.
Keep filling up those crystals.
I think there's a lot of classes that could use some work. I think either that or just some toning of the classes that are performing much better.
We filled the crystals, Commander, but they're still coming.
I think Reaper could use some work, specifically
It's me, Commander. Just show us what to kill.
We've got a massive barrier
with like its identity,
on the other side, Suwan.
With the void rapidly widening, we need to stop her now.
because
My pleasure.
clearly they don't want, you know, hyper bulky classes that also do tons of damage, right?
On my count. 3, 2, 1, fire!
And they did just reduce, you know, the damage reduction from, or how much they get on in Shroud. I wouldn't mind them doing something with just some of their out of Shroud stuff.
Quick! To the top of the
I think there are just also like a lot of things that don't relate specifically to elite specs that have just been like neglected and still use very old mechanics.
Stay back, or we will.
The world is empty.
Like
A landscape of shattered dreams.
engineer elixirs.
And all due to me.
Tuan, it can end here. It doesn't need.
The end will come fast, and death will be your deliverance.
She's luring the void toward the temple again. If I don't stop it, you'll all be encased. Hold this area while I'm gone.
That's a bummer.
Watch her back. Don't let it hit you. Fire! After her now!
I mean, I wish the whatchamacallit didn't just choose the target you were already selecting. Like, you could just turn.
Stay clear of the tail.
Also, this event's going to fail. The way it stands.
In the beginning, there was only emptiness, and now you must join me.
Quick, stand around the impact site. I'll protect you. Tuan, listen to my voice. It's me, Maureen.
But we'll ride it out, and then I'm gonna call it, get some lunch. You know what? This is not going anywhere. It is specifically like large group meta events like this one. And it is totally just my opinion. But considering these Thornhearts are still alive, this event is very over. Let me get it for you.
Yes, it's working. She was casting the bubbles from her tail.
Run! She's about to snap at you!
Look out! More tsunamis! Stay clear of her mouth. Another acid attack! Look out! More bubbles!
Close your eyes.
Focus on her tail. It'll stop the bubbles.
Wash over.
Burst the bubbles before they get too high.
You can glide a long way. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to find it.
And you are already drowning.
Stay clear of her mouth. She's about to send in another tsunami.
There you go.
Burst the bubbles before they get too high.
Void is all that is.
I like the new maps. New maps look good. I'm ready for new maps. I only think I've only had shovels on this character. It's not as bad as my engineer. Where I still have most of everything. Shovels are still great. You know, people complain about, you know, CCing bosses. You know, you can do it better. I need to restock on shovels. I still think sentinel rifles are just the most convenient. Nope. You will not see any bell hollow here. I will show you a dirty exploit. So you know how you'll keep your heat, right? Even if you swap out. But what if you just swap twice? Whoop, and it's gone. I mean, you can still just reset your heat out of combat, obviously. See, all gone. What did I do? I looked away. Yeah, that's what sucks about playing Genji is you have all of these sweet utility options that just get ruined. What is killing me?
That battle at the top. I've never seen such bravery. God, she's back. Look out!
Yeah, I still the thing that really is the biggest turnoff for me is the boon changes. They're just not fun at all. There's nothing that is beneficial for my fun factor. Yeah, and it sucks. It feels strange not that they did it, but it took them so long to do anything about it. I'll agree with that. Yeah.
Burst the bubbles before they get too high. Yes, it's working. She was casting the bubbles from her tail. Stay clear of her mouth. Look out! More tsunamis! Another acid attack! Look out! More bubbles! Close your eyes. That's it! Go after her tail again! Wash it. Burst the bubbles before they get too high!
All right, I think I'm gonna go get some lunch. Yeah, of course. Yeah, the portal sucks. It all sucks, man.
Stay clear of her mouth. She's about to send in another tsunami. Quick, free them from those bubbles. Yes, it's working. She was casting the bubbles from her tail.
Bye, y'all. Maybe I'll try and talk to some people about talking more about different solo builds and stuff.
This fight. It's taken too long. And I'm just too tired. We failed.
All of you, the void's starting to take hold again. Get back to the quarry before you're totally blocked off.
Materialist link doesn't work. Okay, hold on.
Emiko, gather the crew immediately.
Huh. Are the void readings? Yes, sir. I'm on.
How about that one? Does that one work? Just scroll down to reset. Is that one working for you? I hope it's working. If it's not, you know where to find me. Peace out, y'all.